and this guy came to lecture there. Now listen, wealthy people do what most people are not willing to do. Let me say that again. Most wealthy people are willing to do what most people are not willing to do.
That's right.
So what happened, I heard this guy speak, Jeff Olson. They call his nickname is the Millionaire Maker. That's a clue.
Yes,
that's a clue. So we're sitting there, Darren and my friends and Mike, and we're listening to this guy. Now I woke up, with an idea. I'm going to go see him. I know he's leaving the hotel in the morning. He said so. So I waited for him. So I'm going to pay for his cab, right? Mm-hmm. I'll get another 20 minutes with this guy. See, most people wouldn't be willing to do that.
There you go.
So he was late coming out. I was wondering, did I miss him? And about 10 a.m. he come down the hallway, and I said, Mr. Olson, I don't know if you even noticed me in the crowd last night. Again, I went from couldn't rub quarters together. At least I had a couple dollars. That's about it. So he said to me, I'll never forget what he said. You can have more than I haven't even eaten breakfast. I sat down with him in a restaurant on napkins, on the placemats, and I took notes for 2.5 hours. What he gave me, the book hadn't been written. It was this. And so I went to my friends, we started following Jeff Olson around the nation. Now, his book has probably sold millions, my guess, but never went to a publisher until recently. And everything in this thing, just about 50% goes to big brothers and big sisters. Why? Because they need a mentor. They need someone that can help these folks like you. And so he's putting everything back in. So I encourage you to get the book. It'll change your life. The Slight Edge. I mean, let's be real. The guy's nickname is Millionaire Maker. Listen, Oprah Winfrey spent several days with him. He launched the largest positive mental attitude network in the world. The guy is just a genius. I was in a room with him several years ago, and he came up with a concept, and he said, identity theft. I went, what's identity theft? Darren said, it sounds scary. Mark says, I've never heard of it. Someone stole your, we didn't know what it was. And he launched the concept, but took a company from about, this is memory now, from about 50 million to 150 million in 1 year. Mm-hmm. That's genius. Mm-hmm. Visionary.
Relationship marketing?
And the relationship marketing exploded the industry.
Again, our guests, 6:30, we got an opportunity to talk to Fred Duff, Kemp, Professor Melvina Goodman, and myself, Mike Edwards. Now, also, Kevin,
give it the call-in number.
And the call-in number is 804-915-5202. 804-915-5202. And also, I'm asking our guests to be prepared. We're getting ready to go into 2014. Many people are making New Year's resolutions. You don't have to wait to make a New Year's resolution. Every day can be a new day.
That's right.
Today can be your day. If you have a question, if you have an opportunity, definitely call in 804-915-5202. Now, Melvina, I want to take this time before I get off on Kevin. You had done a wonderful piece on birthing your vision, and that's what brought a lot of us together here. Tell me a little bit about Inner Zones LLC, birthing your vision, how you got here.
Well, that's a long story, and I don't have a lot of time to tell that story. However, what I will say is I always had this dream. I always wanted to be an instructor, a teacher. That's what I wanted to be, a teacher. But of course, life, and several people have talked about, life throws different situations at us. And so, life is not that we're going to have a cake and ice cream life every day. Some days, we might have a rock and glass day, but when you serve rocks and glass, remember you had cake and ice cream so that you can get through, because that's what life is all about. And so I belong to this great fellowship that helped to reawaken the dream that I had. And so as a result of that dream of being a teacher was reawakened, I decided to go to school. And then just one thing after the other. And I just love helping people. Like that's just, I get such joy from helping people. To be able to speak a word to someone, to me is, I can't even tell you what it does for me to be able to offer someone some words of kindness. And the wonderful thing about that, you speak words to people to help them, but the harvest begins to come back to you. And so this past 2 weeks, I've gotten calls, cards from people that I've helped over the years. I'm like, okay, God, like, you know, so you planting seeds. That's the seeds of wealth and wellness that I planted seeds in other people years ago. And now those seeds are beginning to germinate in their lives. And so they're ready to testify of the things that God has done in their lives through me. And so I'm just grateful, and I'm definitely thankful for having met you, Michael, because the Seed Institute has been very instrumental in Inner Zones getting some traction and then creating that workshop, Birthing Your Vision, which is one of my favorite workshops to do, is Birthing Your Vision, because there are so many things. If we know anything about birth, like women giving birth to children, that ain't that's not for the faint-hearted.
Nope.
So God gave it to women to do for some odd reason. I don't know why, but He did.
We have some. Yes, thankfully, yes, we are. We have some upcoming events. I definitely want to make sure if Fred's available and Kevin's available. We're moving a lot of the seminars and workshops. You've offered Love Outreach on Moss Side and Laburnum Avenue, and with that being the case, there is several things happening at the Love Outreach to show love. Tell us about some of those events.
Absolutely. So for one, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we have a Toastmasters group that meets at Love Outreach. It's called the Seeds of Empowerment. So if you're looking to develop your public speaking skills, great organization to become a part of. Come and check it out. It doesn't cost anything to come and just see if this is something you want to be a part of. Then secondly, on December the 7th and December the 21st, Michael Edwards will be conducting a free business planning seminar at Love Outreach at 8:30 in the morning. And so we want to empower the Northside community with information. And then we're also going to be doing some things on helping people to get their rights restored in terms of having committed some kind of criminal act and can't vote. So we're going to be doing some things, you know, there on the north side. So if you're looking to be a part of a flagship church, Love Outreach is the place to be. So thank you. And caller, you are on the air.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you today?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. And how about you?
I'm fantastic. I just would like to make a comment, please.
Yes.
I just want to congratulate you all on such a very informative program and the wealth of information that you're providing.
Sure.
I think it's fantastic. I turned the channel and I saw you all, and just wanted to congratulate you on the information that's being presented through all the people, through everyone that's involved.
Well, thank you for calling, and we appreciate you flipping through the channels and landing right on the Seeds of Wealth and Wellness. So a seed was planted in your life, and we hope that we get to meet you at some point. So try to come out to any one of our workshops.
Yeah, well, this is Imaja Jubilee.
Okay, Imaja, okay.
Yeah. So I was just looking through the channels, and I said, this is great. This is such a good program.
It is wonderful to hear your voice. Wow.
Yes, you all, this channel is very, very good, and it just keeps rolling. The momentum is good. The information is wonderful. And I like that with brain tight. That's wonderful.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for calling in.
Oh, you all have a great rest of the evening, okay?
And please share the information with others.
I certainly will. And congratulations.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Well, again, welcome to the Seeds of Wealth and Wellness. And our Facebook page is Seeds of Wealth and Wellness. Seeds of Wealth and Wellness. You can Facebook us on that page. And also, Professor Goodman has a website for Inner Zones, and that's www.innerzones.org. The Seed Institute has an incredible website. SEED stands for Small Entrepreneur Enterprise Development. And with that information, you're going to learn how to, the template for a business plan, we call them the immaculate documents for those who are looking to establish a credit profile without using their social security number. And then more importantly, developing the business and meeting some great people like Fred Duff, Kevin Kemp and Professor Melvina Goodman. Our workshop, we're going to be covering developing your business plan, how to develop the mission statement, but we're also going to tell you how to get some money through the Greater Gate program. Martin Short has provided a great deal of information at the Seeds of Wealth and Wellness, at the Seed Institute, and there is a grant available, if you're not allergic to money, that will take you through a whole year in the Greater Gate program. And if at all possible, Kevin, you're involved in that program. Tell us a little bit about the Greater Gate program and your experience with it. And that's at greatergate.org.
Well, the GATE program is truly awesome. It has been very, very beneficial to me. It also has helped me to expand Brain Tight and again take it to another level. What we're looking to do also is we have the Brain Tight Speakers Agency that will be able to provide speakers to different organizations, different school systems that'll come in and get that audience brain tight and focused on that positive purpose.
Now, you're developing Brain Tight LLC at the Greater Gate program.
I am.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how would I go? Is there a website that I go to apply for the Greater Gate program or to get involved? Tell me, what was your process in the enrollment?
Well, again, networking is the key. And I actually met Martin Short through networking. And once I found out exactly what the program was about, I reached out to Martin. He invited me out to an information session. I went through the process in order to get approved and selected for the GATE program. And now that I'm in that program, it is awesome. It's really helping me move full steam ahead.
Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Now, Professor Goodman, you're going to be having Martin Short eventually at Love Outreach to share about the Greater Gate program as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. And then, Fred, I had a question for you too. If I was looking to raise some capital, and I'm putting you on the spot now.
Sure.
I'm getting ready to raise some capital. What would you suggest that I do?
Well, first of all, I think before you go after the capital, you got to make sure what you're going to use it for. I mean, you've got to know that you know that you know. Once you've lost your trust with someone, it's over with. You don't go back to the well a second time. See, if I invest in you and you don't have a good business plan and you don't do this, and it's over with. You know, I can't come back to you because money's valuable. There's people we could use that money. But I think most people, the first place I always start when you need to start out, I know it may sound strange, family, friends, in-laws, outlaws, and ex-laws, whatever it takes. Host a meeting in your home. That's how relationship marketing gets started. And you tell them, now be sure you have a good vision. You've got a vision statement. This is what I need. Who do you know that can help me? Could you invest? I had a lady call me just yesterday from Colorado, and she's raised now $500,000 all through picking up and calling networking or through relationship marketing. And she learned, I used to work with her and train her. So she took that to a totally different level. She's got a great concept. Haven't made a decision whether I'm going to invest or not. But the fact is, she just picked up the phone. Remember what I said earlier? You have not because you what? You ask not.
And you know, it is so important. I think a lot of times we get agitated when people talk about money. But money is, it doesn't say that the money is the root of all evil. It says that the love of money. And that's when you love money to the exclusion of people, you know, and to a higher power. But we need money in order to function. And so we need to talk about money. It's like, if you don't respect money, and how do you respect money? It's how you put it in your wallet. Is one, if you got it crumbled up in your wallet, you don't respect money. So that's first and foremost. And to be a good steward over what you already have. So in order to get more, you have to be a good steward. So when people tell me, you know, I'm at work and they'll say, well, they don't pay me enough to do so and so and so and so. And I'll say, wait a minute, because you signed the contract at this level. They said, this is what we're going to pay you. And you say, yes, I'm coming. I'll be there the day you said I want to start. And now you get there and you want to talk about how they don't pay you enough. It's like, but you have to start somewhere, and it's so important to be a good steward over minimum wage.
Sure.
If I could real quick on this, if you don't mind. I had a lady come up to me several years ago, and she said, Mr. Duff, money won't buy you happiness. It's tainted. I said, what do you mean it's tainted? She said, you know, money's tainted. I said, it's only tainted when you tain't got none, lady. So, you know, the reality is, you know, No, it won't buy you the finer things of the heart. Money won't do that. But I'll tell you what money will do. In fact, when you're going through a life crisis, it's hard to remember the finer things of the heart. You know why? Because you're focused on what? Money. So it's just a tool. Nothing more, nothing less. And I just prefer have more tools than less. I don't know about you.
That's right. You know, it's nothing worse than someone coming to you with a need and not having the resources, meaning the monetary resources.